Jesse Peperepe, Peperepe, Jesse Sugar, 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 all the Jesse Peperepes, all the Jesse Sugar, Sugar. Welcome back to my channel. It is Jesse, as always. Today, I'm going to be talking about the cost of living in Ghana. Yes. I hope you find this video helpful. If there's the kind of content you could want to see, please just get a seat, get a popcorn, get a bottle of wine, soft drink will do, and relax like Jejely Palace. Stay cool and watch this video to the end. To the best of my knowledge, I know and we know that Ghana economy is one of the strongest in Africa and also the most diversified, following a quarter century of relative stability and good governance. Ghana is where everyone ought to be. Yes, you ought to be in Ghana. When people talk about the cost of living in a particular country, in a particular place, I beg to disagree that you can actually say that living in a particular country is expensive. The first thing they will tell you when you ask about living in Ghana, they are going to tell you that life in Ghana is expensive. The truth is, life is expensive everywhere. Whether you are living in Ghana, in Nigeria, whether you're living in Europe, whether you are living in any part of the world where you are, it is expensive depending on your lifestyle. It can also be cheap depending on the kind of life you live. This tag or this issue of Ghana is expensive to live, you must have a certain amount of money, you must have this, you must have that to be able to live in Ghana, for me does not really make a lot of sense, because I am social and we all know that there are a lot of people who are low income earners who are living in Ghana and they are succeeding, they are living the best of life, they are having fun. In fact, they are doing everything any human being could do. They have shelter, they can afford to buy their food, they can afford to pay their bills. So these are the basic when you talk about living in a particular country. Living in Ghana does not have to be expensive and it's not cheap either. People will always tell you that living in Ghana is expensive, and we always leave you with a very discouraging word that if you move to Ghana, you are going to return to your base after a year or two, and all the negative comments, blah 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 blah. My experience is, if you want to know what something truly is like, you have to experience it yourself, because that is the only way for you to find out the truth. No one can categorically tell you how much you are going to be spending per day, per week, per month, because it boils down to everyone's impersonal interpretation of wants and whatever they feel comfortable at. I'm going to be talking about a couple of things you need to bear in mind when visiting Ghana. The first one is accommodation, rent. I have said this in my previous video that renting a place in Ghana is quite expensive. Renting in Ghana or getting an accommodation in Ghana is one of the biggest thing or challenging thing, because you are expected to pay 1 year or 2 years up front. Unlike in the Western world where you are asked to pay monthly, quarterly, or every 6 months. Though the Ghana law states that the tenant has to pay for the accommodation or rent every 6 months, but most often these landlords are not actually adhering to this particular law or policy. You rarely see landlords or landladies that will accept 6 months rent from you in Ghana. Getting accommodation in Ghana is actually a crazy adventure. You have to be prepared to pay agents about 50 to 60 Ghana cedis. This is for agents to take you to the apartment, to show you to the apartment. Sometimes if you are lucky, the agent will have the key to the house and show you around, and you will be able to decide if this is the kind of apartment or accommodation you could want to go for. And other times they will come there without the keys. Most often you must have paid, or you will be paying their transport fare that brought them to that residence. Next thing I'm going to talk about is electricity. How much you pay in terms of electricity depends on what you are using in your home. For example, I think this is just a simple mathematics. You can compare someone who is using just the television, the refrigerator, and fan to someone who is using electric cooker, who is using AC 24 hours of the day, who has lights, the lights are turned on, and other things. The more you use the electricity, the more you have to pay. Then you have to also pay water fee. The water also depends on the quantity you are using, because I said earlier, you can't actually give a estimated price or costs for a living in Ghana, because what is going to cost a family of 4 to live in Ghana is different from what is going to cost one person who is living in Ghana, and what is going to cost someone who is living a very extravagant lifestyle, and someone who is living a very modest lifestyle. So that is why nobody can give you an amount that you are going to be spending. All this thing, or the cost of living in Ghana, boils down to you as an individual. I'm going to talk about network. There are a lot of network provider in Ghana, such as the MTN, Airtel, Glo, and each and every one of them has its advantage and disadvantage. There are certain areas in Ghana where MTN works best. The connection is superb. The internet is doing perfectly fine, and there are some certain areas in Ghana where Airtel is just top notch. So it depends on the area where you are. This will actually determine what particular network provider you are going to be using. But personally, I'm going to advise you to at least get 2 different SIM cards in case of incasity. So if one network is messing up, you can just remove and switch the other network, or you can actually get a phone that works well with 2 SIM cards in the phone. Transportation fare. Transport is quite expensive in Ghana. And in Ghana, there are so many means of transportation, which includes Uber, Bolt, Yango, Okada, the almighty trotro. I'm going to say this. If you are going to use our almighty trotro, the price is quite cheaper. If you are going to be using Uber, Bolt, Yango, the prices will not be the same. What has an advantage also has its disadvantage. If you are using a public vehicle, a public transport, you're not going to have convenience. You're going to be sharing with people. You have to tolerate 1 or 2 things and some human manners. If you're unfortunate to be in the box with some human persons, you can actually book an Uber or a Bolt or Yango, and it's going to come pick you in front of your residence or wherever you are and take you to your destination. You have comfort. In fact, you are relaxed, okay? So this depends on you. If you are cost conscious, that means most of the time you have to use the public transport. You have to use the trotro, you have to use the Okada, which is more cheaper compared to using Uber, Bolt, and Yango. So I'm going to be talking about the cost of healthcare in Ghana. The cost of public healthcare in Ghana is low, especially since the introduction of national health insurance schemes. Going to a public hospital, government-owned hospital in Ghana is more cheaper. But if you are going to be attending or going to a private hospital or clinic, you are going to be paying more. And the difference in the healthcare is very, very obvious. Because in the private sector, you are going to be given much attention. It depends on you if you can afford it. I think the private healthcare system will always give you a very fast and quick response than the public. It all depends on you and what you actually want. Groceries. I said in one of my videos, I will try leaving the link up here, that one of the benefits of living in Ghana is the fact you get the opportunity to eat the local delicacies. You get the opportunity to eat fresh food. You get the opportunity to live a healthy lifestyle. You don't depend or live on GMOs, okay? Food that comes from genetic modified food. You get an opportunity to taste directly from what nature is given to you in form of plants and animals. So the pricing of food depends on, one, the number of people in the family. Secondly, if you are one person that would prefer organic food or inorganic food. If you are the kind of person that prefers to eat outside or prefers to make your food. So this will determine how much you are going to be spending in regards to your groceries. We all know that in Ghana, the secondary school is actually free. So you're not going to be spending much in secondary schools for your daughter or son, except if you want to take them to a private owned school. That is when you are going to cough out some money and pay good money. So fam, this is all I can say in regards to the cost of living in Ghana. Hope you like this content, and if you do, please like, just click the like. Don't forget, leave a comment, okay, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way next time. Stay blessed.